Is Slime Rancher still worth playing in 2024? When life gives you lemons, there's only one real option: get off Earth, set up a ranch on the far range, and pass those lemons on to the indigenous population of slimes. Slime Rancher is a 2017 game set in the distant world known as the Far Range, where enterprising citizens of Earth have discovered a new frontier for capitalism: the wholesale exploitation of adorable, bouncy slimes. Here you will harness the power of these squishy creatures to churn out plorts, the game's cute yet unsettling equivalent of cash crops, and fuel an ever-growing economy of Earth. It's a charming, pastel-coloured take on ruthless profit maximisation where the only thing standing between you and endless riches is the size of your backpack. Okay, so that's the less friendly way of saying Slime Rancher, developed by Monomi Park, is a first-person life simulator adventure game where you play as Beatrix LeBeau, a rancher who has left Earth to start a new life on the Far Range. As Beatrix, you'll build and grow your ranch all in an effort to more efficiently cultivate the native slimes for profit, and my god, you will be good at it. You start with nothing but a backpack, enough coins to buy a corral to contain slimes, and a rundown ranch. You're then sent out into the slime-filled world to gather the resources you'll need. Slime Rancher is a game that very much leaves you to your own devices. At the start, you'll get a brief overview of the basic mechanics and what different areas of the ranch do. But the philosophy behind Slime Rancher is to explore, discover, and learn how things interact on your own. The game encourages a sense of curiosity and experimentation, rewarding players who take the time to figure things out for themselves. This open-ended approach can be incredibly satisfying, allowing you to feel like a true pioneer as you uncover the secrets of the Far Range. I'll be honest though, I was a little apprehensive when the game first left me to my own devices with no real guidance or goal other than go and explore. My brain craves a little bit more structure, but I did as I was told and I headed out into the Far Range, vacuuming up fruit, vegetables and slimes until my 4 backpack slots were filled and night started to fall. At this point, I'd collected some of the most important resources: plorts. Plorts are essentially slime poo, and the main gameplay loop of Slime Rancher revolves around maximising your efficiency in collecting these plorts and optimising their sale for maximum profit. Each type of slime produces its own plort with varying levels of value and require different kinds of food, meat, fruit or veggies to stay happy and produce plorts. From the basic pink slime which will eat anything to the more finicky tabby slime that craves meat, and the phosphorescent phosphor slime that only appears at night. Managing these creatures becomes a delightful juggling act, and in order to take full advantage of the limited space your ranch offers, you'll need to merge slimes together to maximise their output. The gameplay loop is simple but also very engaging and satisfying. Step 1. Explore the world, gathering resources, food, slimes and plorts from the wild. Step 2. Bring slimes back to your ranch, throw them in a corral and keep them fed so they produce plorts. Step 3. Sell the plorts to the market, ideally on a day where they're in higher demand and fetch a better price. 4. Use the new bucks gained from selling plorts to upgrade your ranch and equipment, making it easier to keep slimes happy and increasing plort production. Step 5. Use resources to unlock new areas, new slimes and new resources. Step 6. Repeat. And that's pretty much it. How far you take that loop is ultimately down to your patience and the goals you set for yourself. I had several goals along the way and it was exciting and satisfying to reach each one, whether it was popping a Gordo, a massive version of each type of slime, for a slime key to unlock a new zone, or my eventual main focus, after unlocking the lab, to construct bee drones to more efficiently automate my ranch. The sense of progression is subtle but rewarding, as each upgrade or new area unlocked feels like a significant achievement. Around the 8-hour mark, I started to feel my enthusiasm wane though. I was still setting my own goals, but I also felt that the game wasn't providing much information on how things worked or how to progress. That's the delicate balance Slime Rancher walks when it leaves you to your own devices. When there was a clear goal in mind, the game was really fun. I enjoyed building my ranch, hunting for specific resources and working towards my objectives. But there were also times where the lack of guidance made progression difficult. I didn't know where to go or what to get where I wanted to be, and during those moments the game started to feel like a grind, as I mindlessly collected plorts without a clear sense of what to do next. Initially the pace of Slime Rancher felt pretty slow, but once I unlocked my first new zone, things picked up pretty quickly. New slimes produced more valuable plorts, and I was soon able to expand my ranch and ensure slimes were automatically fed and plorts automatically collected. Discovering new slimes with unique abilities kept me engaged, and the game does an excellent job of balancing resource management and exploration. Before long, I'd explored all the unlockable zones and gathered a good selection of slimes for my ranch. The world feels expansive, and each new area you unlock brings with it new challenges and new opportunities. By the time I began writing this review, I only had one area left to unlock, the endgame zone known as the Glass Desert. However, after thoroughly exploring the areas I had already unlocked and achieving my main goal of automating my ranch with bee drones, I found I lacked the motivation to start the process of unlocking the final zone. To be honest, I didn't feel like I needed to. Sure, unlocking it would have given me access to the final set of viable slimes, and it wasn't particularly difficult to unlock, but I'd already achieved my big main goal. I didn't see a reason to unlock it other than to simply say I had. From a meta perspective, I know the Glass Desert offers some of the most valuable slimes and rarest resources. To utilise it fully, you must use ancient water to revitalise the area and restore it to the lush green oasis it once was. That should have been an incentive to explore, but while playing I didn't know this was the case. The game didn't provide much information to get me excited about this area, and I only stumbled across the entrance and how to unlock it by accident. This lack of direction is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it fosters a strong sense of independence and discovery, encouraging you to shape your own experience. On the other hand, it can leave you feeling lost or aimless, particularly in later stages of the game when clear objectives become more scarce. The game's reliance on player-driven exploration is both its greatest strength and its most significant weakness. While some may revel in the freedom to explore and experiment, others might find the lack of explicit guidance frustrating, especially as the game progresses. So what about the rest of it? Graphically, Slime Rancher is quite impressive. Though it's not the cutting edge in terms of modern graphics, the cute, cartoony aesthetic and intriguing, striking visuals come together to create a beautiful world with interesting bits of visual world building. The bright colours and whimsical design make the game a joy to look at, and the slimes themselves are utterly charming. Each area of the Far range is distinct with its own unique visual identity that makes exploration feel rewarding. Whether you're wandering through the vibrant moss blanket or the mysterious indigo quarry, the game's art style does an excellent job of drawing you into its world. In fact, the visuals are a major aspect of the storytelling. Broken and overgrown structures hint at a long-lost civilization that once spread across the Far range. One of the zones, the ancient ruins, is fully dedicated to this aesthetic. Alongside this, you'll find notes left behind by Hobbs and Twilgers, the previous owner of your ranch, and receive mail from other ranchers on the Far range. These environmental clues add a layer of depth and mystery to the world, making it feel lived in and full of history. The communications give background and depth to the world and Beatrix's journey. I'll be honest, I read every mail I received and every note I found in the world, but I didn't actually take much of it in. Much of the mail feels like half a conversation, and I didn't really connect with the small amount of story provided. However, I didn't have a problem with that, as the story is more of a backdrop than anything else. The focus of Slime Rancher has always been more about the experience of ranching and the exploration rather than delivering a deep narrative, and in this regard it certainly delivers. What I really enjoyed though was the music. It does a fantastic job of capturing the tone of the game and each zone. Throughout my playthrough, I never got bored of the music. Each track is perfectly tailored to the environment, whether it's upbeat, adventurous tunes that accompany your daytime explorations, or the soothing ambient sounds that play as you wind down at your ranch in the evening. The soundtrack adds an extra layer of charm to the game, making the world of the Far range feel even more vibrant and alive. The music helps to set the pace, whether you're leisurely exploring a new area or frantically trying to corral a group of mischievous slimes before they wreak havoc on your ranch. It's this attention to detail that keeps the experience fresh and engaging even after hours of play. So, is Slime Rancher still worth playing in 2024? While the game's lack of direction might frustrate those who prefer more structured experiences, its charm, engaging gameplay loop and beautiful world do make it a joy to play, and the sense of discovering and the satisfaction of building and optimizing your ranch is compelling. Slime Rancher offers a delightful if slightly absurd escape into a world where profit and cuteness go hand in hand. Slime Rancher is a unique blend of exploration, resource management and just plain fun that offers an experience that is both engaging and fresh. Overall, I'd have to give Slime Rancher an 8. Personally, I did struggle at times with the freedom the game offers, and that was a direct cause of me losing enthusiasm and to a degree interest once I approached the game's endgame. So that leaves us with a final verdict of generally worth it. This has been Through Thought Gaming. If you've made it this far, then thank you kindly for watching. If you want to support the channel, check out the suggested video showing up in the end card shortly, leave the video a comment suggesting a game you'd like to see reviewed, or like and subscribe. Until next time, happy gaming!